Hi friends, it's Aubrey. In today's video, I am going to be cleaning out my deep freezer. If you missed last time's video where I did my pantry and my fridge and my small freezer, I'll have that linked here for you. You'll definitely want to watch that part 1 before watching part 2. But we're going to clean out my deep freezer and then make some meals based on what we have in my kitchen. If that interests you, keep watching. So here is what the freezer is currently looking like. It's not that bad. It is kind of disorganized and I don't really know what all is in here. So we're going to clean this out, pull everything out, make a little list of what is in here. That way we can reference it for future meals. So let's start cleaning it out now. This is everything that I got out of our freezer. I am going to group these with like items and use these bins. I stopped kind of using them. They're great. I love them. I think I just need to reorganize them a little bit and put things back in the bins and then try not to have too much stacked on top of it so they're easier to access. But I do have these linked on my Amazon storefront and they'll be in the description box as well. But these are really nice because you can just pull them right out of the freezer and they're stackable. So I'll show you what that looks like here in a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and group like things together and then we'll start putting things back. So I started to group things together. I got all of the bread, well, the smaller bread items on this top shelf, and then we still have a few loaves right here, and then one big pack of rolls, and then underneath here is some pizza dough. So we'll definitely need to keep that in mind for some upcoming dinners. On this bottom one, we have a ton of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese, so that could go along with like the pizza crust. We can maybe do pizza in a couple of weeks. We should get some pepperoni and some other toppings, but this is what I'm talking about with these shelves. So they stack on top of each other. You can stack all 4. I normally just stack 2 together. So these 2 be grouped like that. So that way it's easy to pull them out. Up here, we got all of the sausage. Under here is the bacon and meatballs. And then we have a little stack of pizzas. I put kind of the miscellaneous things in here. So Go-Gurts, we had a couple burritos, some chicken wings or thighs, drumsticks. We have a little bit left of these green beans, and then this whole bin is just butter. And then we have a couple big bags. We have tater tots and then some chicken breast. So we'll go ahead and put all of this in there. I will mention that I did pull out a roast out of this freezer. That will be part of the meal plan, but I needed to get it thawing, so you don't see it here, but that will be part of the meal plan that we'll make when we're done with putting all of this back in and reorganizing it. I also found a thing of ground beef, which I'm going to use as part of the meal plan as well, so I'm just going to set this one aside. I am going to wipe out the bottom of the freezer. I'm not going to break off too much of the ice though, so I'll do that really quick and then we'll start putting everything back in. Here is everything put back in. It's looking a lot better. I can actually see what we have. And now that I've reorganized my stackable bins, I'll know what's on the bottom. And then I can easily just pull these out and grab what I need from the bottom of these. And then just put the pizzas and some of the bread over here. All the butter is in this bin. This one slides back and forth. Same with this one. Those ones can slide. So that way we can get out other bread, the chicken that's down there, or the tater tots. But it is looking so much better, and it's nice to know what we have as well. And I didn't make like a formal list. I kind of just made a list on my phone of the food items that we do have. That way we can go ahead and plan some dinners for this week to use up some of the items that we have in our kitchen. So now that we've gone through the pantry, fridge, and freezers, we are going to come up with a meal plan, and this will be using things from all parts of my kitchen, and then we may also have to get a few things at the grocery store. So We're not going to be planning anything for the 11th because we are having a Super Bowl party with some friends. So we're not going to be making dinner there. We're just going to be bringing a few things like a dessert and then some chips and dip. And we already have that. So for Monday, thinking we'll do something easy. So we'll do some nachos. We have some tortilla chips and I found some ground beef and cheese that need to get used. So we'll go ahead and do that. For Tuesday, we'll make some chili with the leftover taco meat, and that'll be a good way to use up some of my frozen beans that I have. And then on Wednesday, I was thinking we could just do some barbecue chicken with some of the buns that we have in the freezer. So we'll do that, and we'll just make that in the crock pot, and it'll use up a lot of the barbecue sauce that we have because for whatever reason we have so many bottles of it. For Thursday, we'll go ahead and do some Hawaiian haystacks, and these will be a good way to use up some of our rice, some more of our frozen chicken, and then we also have some of the chow mein noodles, the crunchy ones that need to get used before they go stale. So we'll just have to buy a couple of things for this, just some olives and maybe a bell pepper, some other fresh toppings for that dinner. And then for Friday, we could do the meatball subs to use up some of the bread that we found and the rest of our meatballs. And we also have some frozen spaghetti sauce. So we'll go ahead and make that. And I think we had some cheese as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then on Saturday, we normally do dinner with my parents either on Saturday or Sunday. So we'll probably do a leftover day this Saturday. And then for the 18th, we'll just plan on doing roast and potatoes at my parents' house. And they'll probably make some sort of side to go with it. And then we'll just be responsible for the roast since we found one in the freezer, and the potatoes. So that is what our meal plan is looking like, and I don't think we're gonna have to get too much from the store, so it's a great way to start out this freezer clean out. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope this gave you some ideas on ways that you can clean out your kitchen and find some ingredients to make some dinners for you and your family this week. If you have any pantry cooking favorites, definitely leave those down below. I would love to try them out, and I hope you have the best rest of your day. Bye!